Hello, everybody. Uh, Pushed out to get this video out. I want to say thank you guys for watching, supporting, donating, and so on. Uh, Very powerful video. This will be. If I'm you, I will keep this handy. It is about the process of the evolutions of this retrograde season that it's coming towards us. A lot of this energy that it's coming, if you've been following the astrology reports for quite a bit, even to people who came from my main channel up here, people who knows and people who's been having astrology readings through me, you guys know what is all about. But what I want to talk about, the one I want to stress out in here, there's going to be a two group of people of this retrograde season. The first group is going to be a very small amount. Those will be the people who's going to be taking this ignition states. Is going to take it and do some of the work for the people to come after. The second group, which is going to be a larger group, pretty much the all of the humanity is going to follow from that. It is about that in 2026, the same energies is going to be come back to us as the current energies are in this process. So pay attention since you know what group you are if you are involved within this evolutionary process, this evolutionary situations in there, and what the astrology helps out. This is more like the guidelines. Okay, this is not like an order what you should, could, and so on. You can take what resonates for you. But we are going through these processes in there, and I want to be talking to you for a long period of time. We're talking about this is a from now on until we're talking about April of 2026. We are going to go through few Mercury retrogrades. I won't stress that much about it because I'm making a videos about the Mercury retrograde specifically. But what I want to talk about and stress out, this is going to be the Neptune. This is going to be a Saturn going back into Aries process. And we're going to be talking about Jupiter retrograde. Jupiter is going to be retrograde where today Mars is. Okay. So if you haven't grown up your masculine energies there, you are going to be able to review everything that it is going to be with this process. So first things first, who is starting the retrograde season is going to be a Pluto. Okay, Pluto is going to be starting on May 7th. He's going to be continue to have this until October 12th. So get yourself pretty much for a very long, deep transformations that is going to be reevaluating the proper values you've been learning in the age of Aquarius. Pluto represents the depth within the transformation. He's the karmic ruler. But Pluto is going to be focused more during the retrograde season, reevaluating what you know about ego, which is going to be the opposite sides of Leo. That is the understanding of your ego. Ego, according to Sigmund Freud, that is about the work that you are doing on self. Self. You can take your lower self in there, this lower energies, thinking about yourself, typical egoistic, controlling, manipulating, and so on and so on, thinking about what is the benefits is for you. That is a what the lower self it is about in there. While the other process, which is the power of the growth, that is about how to develop, reconnect with my higher purpose, with getting into my initial processes and how can I renovate itself. The energy of Pluto within the gravity is going to be shooting from Aquarius and it's going to be going through you by renovating process since the energy is sitting in Aquarius. But the point of directions is going to be at Leo. Is going to be sending it out at Leo. So if you have anything within the first degrees of Leo's, you're going to be really pounded out with this because that is a something you're going to be opposing. okay, instead of understanding. Pluto is about responsible for our depth within the transformations. And look at it within your personal charts. Where's Aquarius is right there. Um, Leo is in your chart. Okay. Particularly, take a look at it if Leo is in your fifth house. Okay. This is going to be really kind of like interesting for the people. Particularly, I'm going to be talking about because of this fifth house is because Aries is going to be at the ascendant. Okay. So these transformations that it's going to happen in there is going to be about the developing yourself, but also developing the future generations, which is happening in the fifth year with Leo. That is when you develop the I, the self. And since Pluto is going to be there in opposite end, he's going to be shooting the transformations processes. But the transformations process doesn't happen there is going to be the review of how we've been acting and impacting on this. He's going to go direct. Pluto is going to be direct on October 12th. And from there, we are going to start learning the next stage of what we need to be learning in the age of Aquarius. Okay. That is going to be some of the adjustments, the changes that has been made through this retrograde there. And from there, we are going to be even moving even forward after we are processing the proper way, because that is about the clearing. There's going to be a lot of karma clearing. Pluto is a karmic clearer as well. Um, but the energy that it's going to be sent there is going to be requires a lot of revaluations process. The next who's going to be turning retrograde, that's going to be a Neptune. He's going to be in the 8th of June. There he's going to be going back direct. He's going to be in areas that is about at the beginning of self. Okay, and don't mix that up a little bit with kind of like the energies of Aries, no, of Leo. Understanding Aries is the beginning, the new beginning in there. We're all going to have a new beginning. Neptune is responsible primarily about the internal visions within the depth, within the mind, within relations, correlations, within the process of the emotions. Okay, since he is going to be going in and going out within the areas and Pisces, the group, the first group that I'm talking about of people, they are going to be ready. They already feel these energies of going into the new energies of Neptune's going to give the new visions. Okay, that group, you know who you are. That group it is about the responsible of acting right now, developing these visions, talking about these visions, creating these visions, paving the directions, drawing the plan, getting into the depth within the consciousness of a new consciousness that needs to be developed. That is the purpose of all this, to show that up, to rising up from the dead. One real book I want us to, I've been talking about this book a lot, is going to be Illusions of Richard Bach. And let me tell you why this book is tied up to the Neptune. It's about the story of the river people who were living underwater. And they have to hold on to the stones in order to stay in there in that village all the time. But the river flow always was so strong, so they have to hold on to something all the time. So here is this guy who said, like, you know what, I'm just gonna let myself go. And he let himself go. He freed himself up, and then he came out and he looked at it in there to the river people, and they all believed that is a miracle. This is what it is gonna be looking for some of these people, this primary group in there who knows what to do it. This is gonna be the pioneers because this is gonna be the pioneering of oneself. This is going to be the development of this. That process is going to be ending as he's going to go direct back of December. So we have a lot of time of letting it go of this. And he's going to enter Aries back in January 27th. Okay. So, on this January 27th, and for the rest of the second, the group, that energy is going to be start applying there. Okay. But right now, since Neptune is currently right now just entering Aries pretty soon in a few days back, we're seeing that energy is just talking about and is pushing up for the new. You're gonna feel that, particularly if you are getting it within energies of Neptune. If you have a Neptune in Libra, you will know about it. It is about to make the bounce. This is going to be one of the people who are going to be getting it. If you have a Neptune at a Libra, you will feel it because you want to make the balance between the old and the new. Okay, very powerful is going to be when you have a Neptune and Sag. That is going to be the power of these energies of inspirations, philosophy, giving the directions, knowing the road. Okay, the philosophers is pouring all these energies of what is the things will be, but the harder things is between the talk and the walk. Okay, and since this is happening in areas, a lot of the people is going to be doing the walk because this is a cardinal energy in there. Okay, it all depends. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be negative about this. Of course, typical areas stubbornness is going to be, but the visions they're going to be presented within the people. The people is going to be feel like we need these new things. We don't need any more all these situations in there. The next one who's gonna be that's gonna be a Saturn retrograde. Been talking about Saturn. He is about more about developing the Hermetic principles inside of you. To me, he is taught the Egyptians' deity that teach all the rest of the gods. He is the one, the creator of Hermopolis in Egypt, which was a special kind of like a spiritual place for the Egyptians in there. Whereas the couples of the gods there, they were going in there and they have this beautiful spiritual communication. It wasn't created for parties. It wasn't created. It was about you to find the spirituality in there. So Saturn is going to go retrograde on the June 16th there. It's gonna go back direct December 1st, but he's gonna be enter. Particularly, he's gonna be entering areas on February 14th. Without entering in there, he is gonna be this new energy that is gonna comes in and teaching. Saturn is also a restrictor. A lot of the people misunderstanding the energies of Saturn. That is a when a Saturn says like you are not grown up to get this. You cannot have this because it's not too early for you. If you go too early, you're gonna be messed up. He's the restrictor. He's the keeper of the knowledge. You cannot have certain knowledge if you don't take the responsibility. What are you gonna do with this knowledge? And here is that energy of Saturn that is going to be working out in there. When he's going to go into Aries, he's going to come back into Pisces, and he's going to go back into Pisces at that 25th degrees when he's going to meet Venus retrograde. So for the first group of people who are born with this leader in there, that little tiny group in there, you're going to be able to resolve the situations that it's there. And when Saturn is retrograde, you're going to be learning and teaching a lot of great things. Is going to come in there. So a lot of the people can do the revaluations of these processes of what you can and cannot. It's all tied up to the one thing. Okay, awareness of awakening of the understanding of the consequences of the actions throughout in life, in spirit, in karma, in everything in your life. Okay, this is one of the most important learning teachings that humanity is going to beginning to get within itself. Mercury is going to be a retrograde. First of all, it's going to be at Leo, and it's going to be ending in August 12th. He's going to be also a retrograde on November 11. It's going to be at Sagittarius. He's going to be retrograde to the 30th of November. Those Those Mercury retrogrades, I'm not going to put so much in there. The more important is going to be the one at Leo. That's going to be when we're going to be reevaluating ourselves as a self. It is lower or higher self. Choice is yours. You're going to be a dictator, or you're going to be this inspirational king. Choice is yours, but it can't be both. All right? You can't. It's just you have to pick up a side. Um, Uranus is going to be a retrograde on September 9th. He's going to be retrograde all the way to the 7th of February. We are going to be reevaluating a lot of the Taurus energies. This is going to be bringing this reorganizations in Earth within the cosmic levels. A lot of the consciousness about the earth is going to be changed. A lot of the people is going to go back to earth. It's going to go back into that renovations. How do we do it in the earth? Not to poison the earth and the water. How to developing, how to preserve the water. What to do so we don't have all this floodings. We have to look at what it is really we're doing on an earth and find some new ways of thinking about it. There's gonna be some a lot of within talking about the food, talking about the survival, the giving, and particularly in there. But the challenges is gonna comes out when how you're doing it with others because that energy is gonna be pointing out towards Scorpio. Okay, and what it is with that, we are gonna have this. Lilith, mean Lilith, that's going to be transiting through Scorpio. And this, I'm expecting that there's going to be a lot of issues, but there is going to be a lot of resolving, finding the new ways, which is Uranus represents the innovations for us. Um, as we are going into through that period, Jupiter is going to be retrograde at November 14th. He's going to be retrograde until March of 2026, 14th of March. There, this is going to be that retrograde that it's going to be more tied up to the family. People who's going to start understanding what to grow the family, but they are going to have to review the growth within a family. What was the proper growth? How to properly react? What is it the proper emotions is? It's going to be more patient, putting more attentions to the growth within the family. Hopefully, we're going to have some great revaluations in there because lately, within the world, the people are stagnant. The young people, they don't want to make kids the generations does not want even marriages. We lost a lot of the family values that has been done with all the processes, and we see in it a lot of this turmoils. And since those energies are like this, the world has to continue to grow, or otherwise, what we're going to be doing here, we're not creating families. So this is going to be a like overview of this retrograde seasons, and mainly particularly have to think about it within yourself about what are they bringing into you. Okay, as a Pluto and a Neptune is going to be working together with Saturn, we're going to be seeing it this dance. Okay, they're going to have these great sextiles in there. This is going to help on the first group to orientate yourself, pay more attention to the awakening and awarening processes inside of you of what you feel like you should do and should not in there. With Saturn being there, that is going to be creating this balance. Basically, his Saturn is going to be basically more acting in a way of like you're worth it, you're crossing over, you're okay, you're moving there. There's going to be a lot of shift of people who's going to be moving from group two, which is the largest group, to a group one, and then the group one is going to be taken over. We're going to be seeing at this new schooling energies. Basically, the a lot of the souls is going to be evolving within this, and from there we are going to beginning to have all those energies Uranus is going to be in a very good positions with this sextiling because it's going to be, they kind of like all go back and forth. It's kind of like, okay, you move back, but the wheel is spinning. The astrology wheel is spinning. So moving back and forth, now we are entering officially. It's going to be a very beautiful. In a way that I see it is because of the shift within the planets, within the areas. It is about developing yourself. You are developed. You are great. You are good. You are good to be and start growing within the age of Aquarius, which is Pluto is going to be supporting all this in there and focus of the growth that is because the both the direct and the retrograde they have a purpose. Okay, you grow, you're learning something, but you cannot learn 100%. So the retrogrades are shifting us back in there to see what we have not learned. So then when they go direct, make sure that we have 100% of the growth. It's tied up to the age of Aquarius a lot. It's tied up a lot about the internal process in there. But as I said, this is going to be the emerging from this that age of Pisces in there. These dictatorships, this manipulation, psychological situations, emotional traumas and dramas, and going full speed into Aries. That's going to happen in 2026 for the larger group. For the smaller group, it's happening now. And that's what I'm making the video for you guys in there. For those of you who knows you're going to be putting to learn something, to study something, to evolve something, you're going to be shifted, maybe shifted in a most unimaginable way. You're maybe going to shift it to a different job, different positions, different places on Earth. Okay, however that is going to be, you're going to be putting into the environment that you are going to be able to achieve what you came for. Okay, if you're resisting in there, everything around you is going to be kind of like a crumble to dust until you do so. Okay. For some of the people, there's going to be some people like this in there. It's like, well, dude, this kind of like interference within, if you're within that small group. You need to understand that the universe has a plans for you since you have plans with the universe before you came here. So it's kind of like a tied up more into the soul contracts that you're having within yourself. In there, you're gonna know. Okay, it's not like I'm talking about to the people who knows, understand, feels the energies, knows the energies. You guys know what I'm talking about, okay? It's not like I have to dig into to this. While the rest of the group, they have to manage and to learning process, navigation situations, and so on and so on. So that's all I have for you guys. Okay. I don't want to make this longer, super longer video in there. But throughout the year, we are going to be doing some more reports about this. We're going to be evolving within it, particularly involving within the astrology myself. So there's going to be some new things coming up, but we got to be ready. Okay. That is it. I won't think it's you got to be ready for accepting the new, and it's your personal way. Where are you gonna be? The first, the second group in there. We're gonna be seeing it how this is gonna be turning out. But I wish you good luck. Thank you so much, guys, everybody, and looking forward for your comments. Okay, be well.